Hi, my explorers. Well, we're doing a rebrand, so I can't call you boys and girls because that's was with the cubicle dweller. And since it's cat explorers, I guess you guys are my little explorers. I don't know. Even though we're doing a rebrand, I'm gonna say what I always say. I'm still building this Joker in the sky, but I'm really excited about the rebrand. I know if you guys are still following me on the social medias, I know I said my love letter to Venice would be dropping today, but it's not. I'm actually about to record it and it should drop next week. But I had something happen that was on my mind, so I just kind of wanted to drop that really quickly. Um, it's kind of life, nothing with me directly, but I went over this past weekend. I went to a funeral for a 27-year-old, and as I was sitting there, everybody was, talking about how great she was, how brave she was. She died from cancer, and how she just, didn't let it stop her from living, and all this and that. And it just got me to thinking about life. Right, over the past few years, I have gone to several funerals for young people who hadn't quite reached the age of 25, let alone 30. Um, and everybody said the same sorts of things about them, is like how they loved life and was living life and ABC XYZ. And I was telling my mom, like, after the young lady's funeral, that yeah, it's that's living that aren't living. We I keep hearing people say, like, I'll deal with that later, or just like travel, right? Like, I'll do that later. I'll do this. Like, we have time, like, right? You never know. Nobody knows when their number is pulled, right? And when it's pulled, right? There's no negotiating out of it. There's no wait, I'm not ready, like all that kind of stuff. Like, nah, when your your number's pulled, and that's it. And um, and a lot of us are blessed to be the ages that we are. I turned 47 last month, and I'm grateful for that. And I try to live my life to the fullest. And I think I've said this on another podcast, and if I didn't, I'll say it now. One of the the realest conversations that I had with my dad before he died was that um, he said he was very proud of me, and he was like, "You out here living life, And he's like, "I have regrets," and I said, "Dad, like I'm not that brave, right? Like, that's my fear, is that I'll get to be a certain age and I'll look back at my life and say to myself, like, why didn't I do this? Like, I don't want to regret like anything. I don't care if it doesn't work. Like, it could be a business venture and like, oh, it failed or whatever. I don't like that's not even my thing. It's just that I tried it, right? Because it could work. So I don't want to be like at the end of life and be like, damn, I wonder if that would have worked. Um, and so that's what I kind of wanted to come here to say is like, I'm in a group uh, with people who love Venice, and there's a guy who lives in Venice who does these incredible tours, and there's an older couple, and they went to Venice earlier this year. Probably around the same time, no, a little bit after I was there, and the guy said, he thinks it's their last time that they'll be able to go to Venice because, as we all know, there's no, cars in Venice. Venice is like straight up walking, straight up climbing steps and all that kind of stuff. And I jokingly tell people that all the time. Like, each of my experiences in Venice, well, I've only been to Venice twice, but, every experience is different, right? So, yeah, and there's going to be a point where I look back and it's going to be like, I can't do the steps either, right? But I'm not trying to be like 70 years old, my first time in Venice, like exploring Venice. That's like kind of crazy. So, like I said, people just keep saying that they're waiting and there's all these different things and, like nothing, here's what I've learned, right? Like, nothing's ever going to be like 100% perfect, right? So if like a couple things have lined up, that's probably your indication that you should do it. Um, and travel doesn't have to be expensive. We'll talk about this in my love letter to Egypt. I normally don't talk prices, but I'll tell you guys the price. The tour originally started off at like $1,200, and I kept watching it, and then it dropped to like $600, and that's when I paid for it. So of course, since I was over there, I was like, well, let me see how much a ticket is from like Naples to Cairo, and the ticket was like $150. So I'm like, why wouldn't I go, right? Like I'm already over there. It's perfect. So, that's the other thing. I get like crazy comments under my YouTube channel. Um, and again, everything is where Cat walks. So, please follow over there as well. Um, I'll go into a longer dive about that when I do my love letter to Venice. But I get nasty comments like everybody doesn't have disposable income. And I'm like, travel isn't that expensive. Like, I don't know who told you guys that travel had to be expensive. And if people do luxury travel, that's good for you too. Like, I don't judge anybody's travel experience, but I'm kind of a luxury / budget traveler girl. Like, I like luxury, but I'm also not going to pay like a ridiculous amount of money to get it. If you know me in real life, I do look quite luxurious, but I assure you, I don't pay a whole lot of money to look that way. But anyway, I just, that was kind of on my mind about the young lady and just like living. Like, this girl, like, was out there living and out there doing the thing. And us that have the pleasure to be of older ages are kind of like not living. And I think we should kind of work on that. And that's part of the reason kind of under the rebrand. And again, we'll talk a little bit more about it in the Venice one, but I have a series called Be a Tourist in Your Own Town. So you don't even have to leave your city. Like, just go out there, enjoy life, do things. See your city. I mean, there are things that, like, I'm a tourist in my city. I live in Houston, and there are a lot of things that I've discovered, and I'm born and raised in Houston, and there are things that I discover at places that I've discovered. And when I post it on my Facebook page, people are like, oh my God, I didn't know about this thing. And if you want to follow me over there, because I'll be going live a little bit more on my Facebook page, my given name is Katrina Moore. And that's what it's under. I have a little sparkly holiday top hat on, and the band is behind me. But come over there and give it a follow and see what I do every day. Or, I'm kind of a jokester, so it's a fun little page. I talk a lot of different things, travel, shenanigans, but it's a good page. But that's what I wanted to say. It was just on my mind. I meant to record this like a couple days ago, and life lifed a little bit. But I still wanted to say it. But yeah, guys, like, we need to live. We need to get out there and do things. And I think, as we became like adults, adulting's hard. I'm not saying that. But I think we lose some of our, childlike innocence and all that kind of stuff. So let's get out there. Let's live. Let's have a good time. And, my love letter to Venice will drop for you guys next week. I'm going to record it this week. It'll drop next Wednesday. I will see you guys somewhere in these social media streets. Talk to you soon. Bye.